This is Abhishek Sengupta. We are here with another episode of Knowledge Talks. It's my pleasure to have Rahul Dasgupta. Rahul is a co-founder of Flop2Hit, a vernacular digital media and education company focused on startups and entrepreneurship. Hello, this is Abhishek Sengupta. We are here with another episode of Knowledge Talks. And in this episode, it's my pleasure to have Rahul Dasgupta with me. A brief about Rahul Dasgupta. Rahul is a co-founder of Flop2Hit, a vernacular digital media and education company focused on startups and entrepreneurship. They offer both self-paced and interactive vernacular content for entrepreneurs through articles, ebooks, pre-recorded video courses, live workshops, community meets, online forums, and mentoring. Currently, courses are there in Hindi, Bengali, and English. Rahul wears different hats. He has worked in the US healthcare space with several leading hospitals, doctors, and other health care facilities, looking into their technology and revenue cycle management needs. Rahul has also worked as a content marketing strategist and marketing head in several tech companies in US, UK, Israel, Russia, and India. He helped them to grow their revenue and visibility with content and social media marketing. Rahul, welcome to our show.
Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Now, we are going straight into the questions. You are working in vernacular business and professional education. How do you think it is helping your audience, and what made you to go for this? Over to you, Rahul.
Yeah, thanks, Abhishek. So I will go back a little, go to a little bit history. Like when I started Flop2Hit, it was more of like I was trying to explore that how I can create a blog and how I can monetize it and how this thing works, and also to upgrade my knowledge about digital marketing. So while doing this Flop2Hit, it was in English. And then when I came back to Calcutta, I started Flop2Hit Bangla. And then I realized this means the Bengali audience, people just loved it. And there was a lot of traffic and there was a lot of responses, engagement. Then I thought that why not opening up at Flop2Hit Bangla for this? And I already opened it up. Then I started producing more content into it. And eventually I figured out that there is a lot of gaps. Like there is nothing like, there is no other platform which is offering any vernacular kind of content into business and entrepreneurship, all these things, especially in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. The people do not have access to that much of knowledge required for getting into entrepreneurship or to become a successful entrepreneur. All are in English, and all the courses and all the content you see all are written in English. And mostly like if you go to Udemy or any other platforms, they're taught by American or British educators, and they really find very difficult into that. Then I thought that, okay, then branch it out into academy, and already this Bangla, we are already developing more educational content and also developing courses. So that actually forced me to get into this because there was no one-stop platform for getting into vernacular content, especially Bengali, there was nothing. And then so that I can actually reach out to those people who do not have access to that kind of knowledge. That all made me to go for it actually.
All right. I think that's a great concept that instead of getting into only English, you are getting into the vernacular medium and approaching a greater mass of people, especially in the countries like India, where you have got different languages and people finding themselves quite comfortable to learn in their own language. I think that's a great effort from you, Rahul.
Thanks, Abhishek. Even if you see that 500 million audience, that is a vernacular audience. The next vernacular content, these 500 million people are getting into it. So there is the market, and also that there is so much distributed learning method. There is no educational workshops and mentoring in the vernacular languages. So that all actually forced me to get into it.
Wow, I think that's really a great effort from you, Rahul. Rahul, we would like to know what kind or what are the variety of business skills or education which you are offering in your platform and which can benefit others. Over to you, Rahul.
Yes, Abhishek. So we are offering a wide variety of business skills. Right now, we have started with digital marketing. So right, mostly into social media marketing. We are also getting into content marketing and SEO, and we also have courses on negotiation and social entrepreneurship. And we are also going to launch freelancing courses because of the current situation, a lot of people are getting into solopreneurship, freelancing, all these things, but they do not have access to that much of knowledge, writing proposals and how to apply to a job, and then how to get and how to retain your client and what to charge. And there are so many questions. And there are a lot of freelancing courses if you would see, but then again, the same thing, the vernacular, there is nothing actually. So that freelancing course is coming up, and also we are also thinking about two micro level courses like mushroom farming and like poultry farming. These kind of things are also going to come up.
I think that's again a good concept that we got it from. That is the micro level coaching, like mushroom farming, and I can hardly recollect that any of the other mediums. I mean, there are big platforms like this, so I can hardly recollect whether these kind of micro level contents are available. I mean, micro level courses are available in any of this platform. I think this is something unique that you are having.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you look at IGNOU and some other universities, they do have this kind of courses, but then this same thing is in English, and people do not have access to that. And even if people in Bengali or Hindi, the people who do not understand that much of English, it doesn't make sense for them.
Okay. How is your platform different from other e-learning platforms which are offering professional educations? There are different, platforms like LinkedIn Learning, then SkillCare, Coursera, Udemy. How is your particular platform, or the work which you are doing, is different, or I must say, how your work can be distinguished from their work?
Well, that's a very good question. So the first thing that our USP is that we offer vernacular content, which no other platform offers. Then we provide industry-specific courses, just like I mentioned that we are going to offer mushroom and poultry farming, the animal farming or other kind of animal farming. So these are very industry-specific courses. No other platform does it. It is dedicatedly for entrepreneurs. If you go to any other platform, they are catering to everyone. Like if I'm if I'm a college grad, I just want to get into this marketing or any kind of thing, then I just go for it to Udemy or any other platforms. But our one is specifically for entrepreneurs. We keep in mind that this course will be taught to an entrepreneur, someone an aspiring, or someone is in early stage. And then it is a very comprehensive learning experience platform. So we offer, like you mentioned already, that we offer self-paced and interactive content through blogs. So we already publish a lot of blogs and articles, long form and short form content in vernacular languages. Then we offer pre-recorded video courses, and we also have a YouTube channel. And then we offer WhatsApp courses, live webinars, community meetups, online forums, and mentoring. So mentees can ask questions directly to the mentors. So these things are like as a complete learning experience platform. You will not get all those things into one platform. Either someone is offering pre-recorded video courses, or either someone is offering only live workshops. There's nothing called umbrella kind of thing. And we are focusing on very detailed syllabus, but at a much lower price as compared to any other platforms. We do not want to make sure, we want to make sure that when we are reaching to the tier 2, tier 3 and the micro level content, we want to make sure the pricing is not a barrier for them, as well as the learning is not a barrier for them. We don't want to overcharge, and we don't want to undercharge this kind of things, but they should get everything they want to know. So we should not believe in like upselling and cross-selling, that we tell them you get to into this information or that information, then we will charge you. No, we are not going to getting into it. And then another thing is like if you go to any LinkedIn Learning or Udemy and other platforms, they provide all the support through their emails or their online forums. But we offer through WhatsApp, over the phone, email, Facebook group, multiple options. Even many of our students love us because our readers and students love us because we offer on-call support, and WhatsApp support. Like if they are doing a Facebook marketing, for an example, they get stuck somewhere, they can just simply call us, or just they can just schedule a call and they can just talk to our experts and they can get their problems resolved rather than emailing us and then following up and then sending info over the forum, And these emails, they even because they are very micro level people, so they may not be able to express what exactly the problem they are facing while writing in English. But here they can actually talk in the vernacular language, simply just pick up the phone and they can just get their problem solved. And another thing is like primarily targeted, like I mentioned, tier 2, tier 3, online mentoring, local languages, and we help both skilled and unskilled people to start a business. So we have a student like who is an accountant, but he wants to get into freelancing, not into accounting, but learning digital marketing. So he is not that much of skill. So we are trying to help him to learn the skill first and how to shift from being an accountant to a freelancer into a marketing skills. So the entire learning path we are guiding him out. So that no other platform. So they just give you the courses, you just finish it up, and your job is done. But we are trying to make sure whoever is taking our courses or reading our content, they just get maximum benefited and their objective is met. So these are the primary reasons why we are different actually from other platforms.
I think that's the great concept which you are working on. The first thing which I really like is, a person can first of all get in touch with you or your experts in their own language. A mother tongue or my own language will be always. I'll be comfortable in that language. This is number one. And secondly, yes, you have really pointed it right that other platforms, you can either get in touch with the experts using email. I have to first write an email and then I have to wait for their reply. This is number one. Or they straight away direct the candidate to a forum, probably the FAQ. They also go, these are the list of FAQ, and find out if your purpose is met or not, or if your question is answered or not. But instead of that, you are really asking your experts to solve them. That's a direct connect between the candidate and your experts rather. I think this is something
I would even add here, like we have a lot of people, readers and students, even they are, they're simple basic things. They don't know even how to search on Google and to get the right answers. So for them it's like searching for an answer in a support portal and then emailing, and it is not at all feasible for them. So that actually gave us an idea, like while talking to the people, then it gave us an idea. So forget about these emails and all these things. Let it keep as one of the options for the who cannot actually call you up, doesn't want to call you up. But calling and WhatsApp is the best option to get in touch with them and to solve all their problems.
I think WhatsApp is a great technology. Even the bigger companies, the airlines, even in our travel industry also, a lot of people are getting in touch, or a lot of companies are offering their support in WhatsApp. I think it's a great step forward, and many of the educational institutes or educational forums still have not got into this, but you have got into this. I think this really distinguishes you from any other medium like this. So I think that's all for today, and we had a great session with Rahul Dasgupta, and I personally thank Rahul Dasgupta for taking out his time and coming to our show. I'll be providing the links of Rahul's company in the description, and if anyone would like to connect for any entrepreneurship related project, they can get in touch with Rahul, and I'm sure they will benefit from this. And that's all for today. And stay tuned, stay connected. I'll be back with many such episodes. Have a great day.